medical humanitarian mission or the like. But the question is, what do you pack? Suppose you're going to some sort of Eastern Caribbean country where there are no roads, you can't wheel your stuff very good, and you're going to be gone for 2 weeks. Well, remember, the question is, what do I take? You want to go light, you want to go fast. Look at this back here. Now, I'm not going to necessarily recommend that you buy these products, but I'll tell you what, I'm going for 2 weeks with 3 days food supply autonomously. This pack is weighing about 15 pounds. If you're on a disaster team or the like, they may require you to carry some sort of a helmet, and this helmet is nice. It's basically attached by 2 carabiners, which I can use for a lot of other things, and I got my little utility cup attached as well. So this fits really nicely on the outside of the backpack. Depending on what type of cache you're going to have, I've got a little medical kit right here. I won't get into what to put as far as a medical kit, but again, there's also some personal meds in there as well. If you look at this tactical backpack, there's a lot of goodies I have here. Number one, you got to think about how you're going to sleep. And I don't necessarily take on a tropical hot mission any big sleeping bag, but this is a bivy bag that'll keep me fairly warm. I may be not as comfortable as some folks, but I can use, if I get cold, some of the extra clothing that I have. This is really small and light. My mosquito netting with a tarp is also very nice and light. You don't want to get dengue, so you want to make sure you take good mosquito netting. When we open this backpack, we're going to see some other goodies. A nice little inflatable pillow I can use on the airplane or with me. Don't leave home without a nice pillow. Some people will take ground cloths or Insulite or Thermarest or similar inflatable pads. I don't want to get on the ground, so I have a nice hammock. It'll go to 6 feet. I just have to make sure I find 2 good posts to put this, but it avoids me from sleeping on some icky ground, and I sleep really nice in those sort of contraptions. Now, let's suppose your water supply is not there yet. You're depending on bottled water, and it doesn't arrive. What do? I've got a nice filter. This is an MSR pump. You have to remember that you want to make sure that it's effective against bacteria, viruses, cryptosporidium, and protozoa. This is very effective. Read the manufacturer's instructions on this. But just remember that you may need to have even a backup system in case this system fails. Otherwise, you're going to be in a heap of trouble. So what I have is I have iodine or similar tabs. This is micropure. This is not quite iodine, but make sure that if you have turbid water that you read the directions, because you might have to add more of these tabs and let the tabs sit for a longer time than you would normally in stream water in North America. Also, if you've got turbid water or water with particulate things, you may need to use your utility bandana to filter out all that junk before you actually purify it. Otherwise, your water will not purify. Hate to use it for this stuff, but this is going to save you if you need to use it. I also have a day's change of clothes. I've got a nice sweater. None of my clothes have cotton. Absolutely none, because you will die in cotton. It will not dry. So this is all synthetic material here. Make sure you don't get it close to a fire. I also have a rain jacket right here. I've got an extra day's change of clothes, all synthetic material, because I don't want to wear my dirty clothes all the time, and I can wash these. These are personal effects such as synthetic underwear, 3 changes of socks, and I also carry a blister kit, because if you get blisters, you are going to be in a heap of trouble, so prevent them. I've also got a source of, now let me get this, a little towel as well. You may not have places to wash or anything like that. But this is basically my 3-day supply of food. You can take what you want. I have what they call goo. I have carbs, because you want to eat carbs out there, and you want to make sure that you don't eat a lot of fats in the heat. I've also got these Clif bars. I've got some beef jerky. There's a little oatmeal. Basically, there's 3 days of food here. However, if you don't find water, you may want to consider not eating food. I also have a pair of utility work gloves that I might need, and then up here, I have some other personal effects that I like. You're going to smell bad. You may not be able to take a shower, so you can take baby wipes. This happens to be hunting wipes. This will keep you somewhat clean for a 2-week mission. You also have some other things. I like to have a headlamp as well as an extra little light as well, because you never know when you're going to be in the dark and your power supply is going to be totally gone. This is another little tarp I can use also as a tent. should I be outside. I got a little extra ditty bag that I can keep supplies in. And then here's some other interesting stuff. You want to make sure in a tropical country you have DEET, insect repellent. And it's got to be at least 35%. I carry 90% DEET because I want my seeds very strong. On my personal effects, I have a vest here that I take anywhere should I be able to lay my backpack down. But this has all my survival stuff. I've got little goo bars right here. I've got a safety pin. There's a whole talk I can give you on safety pins. They are very utilitarian. I have some more off, and I also have some sunscreen right here as well. So make sure you take your sunscreen, and make sure you wear a hat because you want to be protected adequately. What other things do I have here? Oh, this is all very interesting. I have something that you may not know how to use, but make sure you use it. In case you don't have a fuel supply, you want to be able to have matches, or better yet, a flint and steel where you can start things very nicely. As far as, yeah, did you like that? As far as a spark will start a fire. The question is, what do you start a fire with? Newspaper? Well, tell you what, in my medical kit, and I also have melatonin here because I do like to sleep when I like to sleep. I have here cotton, a little cotton wadding. This will start fires very good, and it will also double, if you break this apart, as nice earplugs, because you do need ear protection, because there's nothing as satisfying as having a bug in your ear when you wake up in the morning. So make sure you're taking that. I also have a little notepad. I have a compass in here. I've got all kinds of things here, and I have a little camera. Make sure that you take heavy-duty boots as well. That's going to save you a lot. And also, I left this here, a knife. I've got two knives. I've got a Leatherman knife, and this is my personal small toothbrush and all that. But I carry a Leatherman, and I also carry a larger knife with duct tape, because you can't improvise on duct tape there. And I also have parachute cord I can use for utility cord. I can break into 7 strands, and it can be useful for most anything. Also have a Sharpie. That's always a good thing. Final word, make sure you don't take any personal valuables that somebody could steal, because that could be very dangerous. Leave your jewelry at home. Do not take it. And if you want to hide your passport, I hide my passport in here. It will never leave me. My survival gear will never leave me. And lastly, I also have a money belt. This belt here can actually hide money, and you can find other ways to hide your money and your personal valuables. So anyways, don't forget your personal stuff. Be ready. Have a great time. Be safe, and consult anybody who knows about packing if you should have any questions. Good luck.